Good morning, dolphins. Happy Friday. Today is our last day sending videos with each other before Pesach. So I wanted to spend today reading a Passover book with you and also doing a Passover craft with all of you. So that you might have this book at home, or you recognize this book from our classroom or your class last year, and I know you recognize all of these characters, Sesame Street characters. So the name of this book is Kippy and the Missing Matzah. And the author is Louise Gickow, and the illustrator is Tom Brannon. So if you have this book, you can go grab it and you can read along with me if you'd like. Elmo was very excited. Spring was coming. His friend Kippy Kippy the porcupine, was visiting him from Israel. And Kippy was making a Passover Seder for all of his friends on Sesame Street. As Elmo helped set the Seder table, he sniffed happily. He could smell some wonderful smells coming from the kitchen. They were making him very hungry. Elmo couldn't wait for the guests to arrive. Soon the doorbell rang. When Elmo raced to open it, he found Big Bird standing there with Bert and Ernie. "Happy Passover, Elmo," Big Bird said. "Happy Passover, Kippy." "Happy Passover," echoed Bert and Ernie. Then Prairie Dawn arrived with Cookie Monster. After them came Harry Monster with someone Elmo didn't know. "This is my friend Zelda," said Harry. "She didn't have a Seder to go to, so I brought her with me. Is that all right?" "Of course it is, Harry," said Kippy. "Everyone is welcome at a Seder. Come on in." Everyone stood around and admired the beautifully set table. Then it was time for the Seder to start. "Why doesn't everyone sit down?" Kippy asked. So everyone did. "What is this blue book next to my plate, Kippy?" Big Bird asked. Everybody else had one too. "That's a Haggadah," Kippy explained. "It's the book that tells the story of Passover." "What is Passover anyway?" Harry wanted to know. "Passover is a holiday that celebrates freedom," Kippy explained. "Many, many years ago, the Jewish people were slaves in ancient Egypt. The story of Passover is about how they became free people again. We tell that story every year at the Seder, and we sing songs and have a wonderful time." "What is a Seder?" Prairie Dawn asked. "It's the special meal that we eat on Passover," Kippy replied, "and all of these are Seder foods. The matzah, for instance, is what the Jewish people ate when they left Egypt." "Which is the matzah?" Prairie Dawn looked confused. "It's right over there," Kippy said, looking at the table. Then he looked again. The plate that was supposed to hold the matzah was empty. "Elmo," Kippy said, "where's the matzah?" "Elmo doesn't know," said Elmo. "Big Bird, where's the matzah?" "Don't ask me," said Big Bird. "I'm not even sure what matzah looks like." "It's something you eat," Kippy said. "It's flat and crunchy and looks a little bit like a big cracker. Has anybody seen it?" But nobody had. "Elmo, did you put the matzah on the table?" Kippy asked. "No," said Elmo. "Did Kippy?" "No," said Kippy. "Maybe it's still in the kitchen." But it wasn't. "Elmo must have dropped the matzah on the way back from the store," Elmo said sadly. And then he brightened. "Elmo will go find it." "I'll go with you, Elmo," said Kippy. "We'll go too," said Big Bird, "and maybe we can help." Outside, people hurried along Sesame Street. Some of them were heading to Seders just like Kippy's. Old and young alike were gathering to celebrate the Passover holiday. "We'll go this way," Big Bird told Elmo and Kippy, "and you go that way. Somebody is sure to find the matzah." "Good luck," said Kippy. Elmo and Kippy looked everywhere for the missing matzah, but it was nowhere to be found. "What are we going to do?" asked Kippy worriedly. "We can't have the Seder without matzah." Just then, Elmo and Kippy heard a loud noise. Crunch! "Uh-oh, what was that?" Kippy wondered. "It sounds like it's coming from Oscar's can," Elmo said. Elmo knocked on the can. "Oscar," he called. "What?" came Oscar's voice from inside. Crunch! Oscar popped his head out of his can, and there in his hand was the missing matzah. "That's it," said Elmo. "Our matzah. Oscar found it." "Matzah?" said Oscar, chewing on a piece. So that's what it is. Not bad. I bet it would be even better with some peanut butter and sardines. He bit off another piece. Crunch. Elmo needs it back, said Elmo. We can't have our Seder without matzah. But I'm hungry, said Oscar, and I like this matzah. Well then, said Kippy, I have an idea. Why don't you come to our Seder? There's lots of food there. Food? What kind of food? Oscar asked. Wait and see, said Kippy. I think you'll like it. So Elmo and Kippy took Oscar home with them. When they got to Elmo's house, everyone else was already back. Did you have any luck? Big Bird asked. Yes, Elmo said. We found the missing matzah. Yay, everyone cheered. So where's the food? Oscar wanted to know. Here, Oscar, said Elmo, taking something off the Seder table. Try some of this. What is it? What is it? Huh? Oscar asked. It's bitter herbs, Kippy said. What are bitter herbs? Oscar asked. A really yucky tasting vegetable, Elmo explained. Bitter herbs are supposed to remind us of how bad it is to not be free, Kippy added. Oscar opened his mouth. Be careful, Kippy warned. Then Oscar took a bite. First his eyes began to water, and then he sneezed. Achoo! Not once, but 4 times. Powerful stuff, he gasped. These bitter herbs are all right. Here's something I think you'll like, Kippy said. It's a sandwich of bitter herbs and matzah. That's one of the things we eat on Passover. Great idea. The Seder was a great success. Everyone listened while Kippy told the Passover story, and then they all sang songs and ate the delicious dinner he had prepared. Later on, as part of the holiday tradition, Kippy hid a piece of matzah somewhere in Elmo's house. It was like a treasure hunt. Everybody had to look for it. And who do you suppose found the missing matzah this time? Oscar again. Matzah, bitter herbs. Pretty tasty, he admitted. You know, Passover is a grouchiest kind of holiday. The end. So what was missing in that story? What were they missing? The matzah. So I thought it would be really fun to make an afikomen bag with all of you so that it's something you can all use at home to hide and find the matzah and play the game with your families. So the only supplies that you are going to need are a Ziploc bag. You can use a big one or a little one. Some stickers. The only stickers I had in my house are star stickers. I don't have our big box of stickers that we have at school. And some markers. You want to make sure that they are permanent markers so that they don't rub off. So I have some permanent markers and some tape. This is the only colored tape that I have at my house, but maybe at your house you have some other colorful tape like this kinds that we have at school, or some maybe that have designs on them, and if not, you can just use markers and stickers. So what I did on my bag is on the bottom, I added some, it's kind of hard for you to see, some swirls and some stickers, and then I wrote across it afikomen. So make sure when you make your bag, you want to write the word afikomen so we all know what it is. And the way you spell it is A-F-I-K-O-M-E-N, afikomen. So you can decorate your bag with tape, stickers, you can draw designs on it and different pictures, and when you're all done, I want you to have someone in your family hide it so that you can then find it and you can play a little game of hide and seek. And when you make your bags, please send us a picture, have mommy and daddy take a picture and send it to us so that we can see all of the amazing afikomen bags that you guys make. I want to wish you all a Chag Sameach, and we'll see you after Pesach.